Hi, class. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week so far. I hope all is well and that everyone is staying safe. In this video, I will be giving a summary and analysis on the questions for this discussion post. In the case of the Millers, for this discussion, we are showing Marcus, the adopted son of Dexter and Evangeline. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. And his experience with reality therapy. Marcus is a PhD student who is experiencing depression, a lack of motivation, has trouble completing the assignments that are integral for the completion of his PhD, dependent on loved ones to feel loved and whole, feeling unsuccessful, and is experiencing relationship issues with his partner. As Marcus goes through the steps of reality therapy, his therapist helps him to navigate and educate Marcus in the basic needs that he needs to work on to achieve a sense of fulfillment. In building a relationship with Marcus while helping him to understand the basic tenets of reality therapy, it is important that the therapist utilizes the tonics of the helping relationship and avoid the toxins of the helping relationship. Tonics such as the use of attending and reflective listening, suspend judgment, do the unexpected, use of humor, summarizing and focusing on what Marcus is saying, allowing or imposing consequences on Marcus, allowing silence, showing empathy, creating anticipation, inviting solutions, using the broken record technique, using affirming languages, and using questions and explorations would be beneficial for building a relationship with Marcus. If I was to continue as Marcus's reality therapist, using the WDEP system to support him in exploring and creating a plan to strengthen his relationships, I would first ask him to describe his needs as it relates to his relationships. Then I would ask and analyze what he is doing to achieve these wants in his relationship. Then I would utilize self-evaluation techniques to have Marcus evaluate if what he is doing is successfully meeting his needs. And then once we identify whether what he is doing is working or not, we can then collaborate on developing a plan to change what he is doing. As it relates to Marcus, he is dependent on his loved ones, as referenced by the required textbook. I would probably choose a paradoxical plan to work indirectly on the problem. He needs to focus on being independent and not being sad when his partner focuses on his career. I think that Marcus needs to focus on his own careers and goals as an individual. I would love to hear what you guys think. Can't wait to read the comments. In my opinion, there aren't any multicultural issues that Marcus's counselor needs to attend to. Marcus is an adopted African American. His adopted parents are white and Nigerian. Reality theory and choice theory are applicable and acceptable multiculturally. Researchers have found it beneficial for diversified populations such as African Americans, Japanese, Puerto Ricans, Koreans, and many more. This is so because of the soul nature of the theory. The theory tends to be a short-term approach that demonstrates respect for the client and encourages the client to focus on inner control as opposed to the actions and thoughts of others. Within rational emotive behavior therapy, emphasis is made on changing the attitude, belief, and behavior practice of the client, while within reality therapy, emphasis is on responsibility training, how to control choices, and helping to properly satisfy emotional needs. If I was utilizing rational emotive behavior therapy with Marcus instead of reality therapy, two major differences in the delivery of the counseling would be within the therapeutic process and the key techniques. If utilizing REBT, listening and using empathy would not be a critical tool. The therapist would have to have an active and directive approach. Also, the plan of action would be less collaborative and more directed by the therapist. All that I have summarized, assessed, and discussed within this video is my personal point of view on all that I have read through the required text and based on researches that I've also done. I am looking forward to reading everyone's comments and watching everyone's videos and getting everyone's point of view on this week's discussion post. I, for one, thought it was a very interesting discussion post, and I really enjoyed reading the case on Marcus and his experience with reality therapy. I, for one, like that approach. So I look forward to watching everyone's video and reading everyone's comments. Bye.